Yeah, what's up guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to be looking into BTC. All right, guys, if you are a trader of gold and BTC, these are the two pairs that I specialize on. All right, as a swing trader. So if you are interested in these, even if you day trading, this channel is a channel you should be subscribed to. All right, unsubscribe every other channel. Subscribe to this channel because guys, we do it raw here, no sugar coated, nothing, just straight to analysis. So basically this is a trade I shared last night. This is Sunday night, so I shared this particular signal Saturday night, somewhere around this area. It got into this trade and is currently playing. So this is basically my projection for BTC. In the coming days, we are going to see BTC push up a little bit, maybe to retest this level. But yeah, before we talk about the targets, let's first of all take a look at why we took this trade. Now, we are trending upwards. So this particular setup over here was taken from the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour market structure. So we have this low and this high, and market will trace down into our golden zone, give us a setup on 1 hour time frame, and we took this particular trade. So I'm expecting BTC to go all the way up to this level. Now, there's actually a major barrier that the market is trying to cross over here. I'm going to show you that from the trend line charts. So let's head over to the 3 hour. How to isolate the trend line chart to 3 hour, because it's the closest to 4 hour time frame, and so that it doesn't mess up the normal supply demand market structure side of the chart. So right here we see that we're attempting to break this particular trend line. Now if we can break this trend line, all right, which we have this one touch, two touch over here, and maybe do something like this, maybe a kind of maybe retesting the trend line, then we're going to see markets pump all the way here. Though this particular trade, you have to take partials. Why? Because um, if you look at the larger scale of things, you will see that we had this particular A plus trend line. Now, what I call A plus trend line, a trend line that have more than two touches. All right, if you have 4 or 3 touches, that's an A plus, a very strong trend line, because it has a very has an enough it has a lot of data backing that particular trend line. So as you can see, this trend line started all the way from this breakout, which we've talked about a lot before we had this breakout, and the markets kept respecting that trend line all the way to this level where it broke it. So this was the level where we started waiting in our private community to get a buy from this 4 hour structure that I just showed you in the Fibonacci retracement chart. So basically what we're waiting for, we're in this long trade already. Maybe by the time of posting this video, we might have seen this breakout, but we're in this long trade and we're expecting BTC to go all the way up to this level. Now, even if we don't get to this level, we might retest a trend line, might replace that particular trend line, but BTC is still bullish. All right, though we do have two major areas where we're waiting for BTC, to give us a setup, and this is just the first one. All right, so the second one is in daily time frame, and I'll also make video about that maybe in our subsequent analysis. But yeah, BTC is bullish. If we see a break above this trend line, then you can go for a buy. But this is not a signal. All right, it's just telling you direction of the market. So once this trend line is broken, then we'll continue to go high from here. So basically BTC, I believe this bull run is not over yet. All right, we just recently took out previous all-time highs and created a new one. So this is just a retracement. Then definitely the market is going to continue pushing. Now if this particular new trend line, the reason I drew this trend line over here was, let me go down, go in a little, zoom in a little bit. Now you will see that we had this one, which is the origin of the trend line. Then we had this push over here. Then we came back and created another push. So this kind of give three touch trend line. Though I normally use touches that created recent high, but for the fact that we've broken the only trend line that we had in this particular chart, all right, this is the trend line I am currently using to monitor price. So basically, if this trend line is respected, all right, let's say for example we see something like this, all right, maybe sometime in the future it comes back and bounce off this and create a new high, then definitely that will just signify or validate the analysis that this particular trend line is the trend line that is going to hold the bull markets. All right. So what that basically means is that we're going to see BTC like continue to go up. So yeah, this is a trade I'm holding, targeting around 100 and around 112 thereabouts. All right. So that's basically all for BTC. So BTC is still bullish. If you can get this trade maybe on your own setup, because some people day trade. Like if you want to day trade this particular setup, what I advise you do is that if you go to the 1 hour time frame, all right, to go to the 1 hour time frame, maybe you just look at this particular structure, wait for a retracement, then you know your entry. So, but if you want to get my access to instant access to my entry, my exits, then market update. Because sometimes some things might happen in the market. You might want to exit the trade before TP or take partials. All those things. These things are posted in my private community. So if you want to join my private community, check the link below this video, my WhatsApp link. Send me a DM and I'll add you up to that particular group. All right. And I'm wishing you guys a lovely and profitable trading week ahead. Take care, guys.